Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Farming Simulator 19 mod contest spotlights. This next one is something that I've been looking forward to, and I think a lot of you guys have as well. It's the Ford 6810 by Mattxjs, and I can tell you that it's crap. Now, if Matt watches this, he'll know that I'm joking, because that's what he's been telling me since he gave it to me a few days ago, and I haven't bloody recorded a video. I should have done this video a couple of days ago. I've had this for a few days. I like it personally. And this is where I found the bug with the hair that I mentioned in the Fiat video. So in terms of configs, you get standard, a 420 kilo front weight, or standard. You can pop a big old front weight on it. I'm going to intentionally do something here that causes an issue, because it's only fair that I show a quite funny issue. I think I know what causes it, and I've told Matt, but it's only fair if I show you this issue. And you can put a beacon on or not. In total, 38,700 for 90 horsepower, so it's a lot more expensive per horsepower than the Fiat. But I'm just going to bring it out into the light. Let's just ignore the sounds for now. Here we go. So in terms of modelling, the exterior is something quite glorious, honestly. You know, the lights have really nice textures on them. I've just noticed the headlights do seem a small bit flat, so I'm wondering if that's something that just you can't really make in 3D very well. The front suspension is really well detailed. The entire front of the tractor is. Coming back to the back, you might think this is the same cab from the T-Dubs. It's not. I've had guarantees from Matt, it's not. And then the rear 3-point hitch is really well detailed as well. Then we hop inside and kind of goes a bit downhill, because even by Matt's own admission, the interior is not very good. The radio there's a knob missing. The interior textures are quite low res for some reason. It might have been the best textures he had. And there are a couple of speakers missing. And he told me this himself. On the front there should be speakers beside those lights on the front. And they're not there. But you come down, the seat should be striped, but meh, I actually kind of like the seat as it is. So these issues were all listed to me by Matt, so they are true. I'm not just crapping on the tractor for the sake of it. Dashboard does work. And it's at this point I realised I never looked at the dashboard of the Fiat. Tops out at 31 k's an hour, or about 20 miles an hour, I think. And you might have noticed already, it does have custom sounds. Does have quite nice custom sounds. Now, I did mention there's an issue. And is it gonna happen? Oh no, I have to be in the tractor. I did mention there's an issue, and it's just watch the rear wheels when I turn the wheel here. I'm not gonna. You heard me pressing just the one button. That was my button to turn the wheel, and you can see that I'm using keyboard intentionally, by the way. You can see that the rear wheels are spinning up a small bit. And from what we can gather, it's the front weight causing that. The front weight is a bit too heavy. Heavier than Matt intended. And it does cause the rear wheels to do some weird things. But again, you can see the weird light bug that was in the Fiat as well. That is a game bug. And I can tell you from experience, this is incredibly hard to tip. I drove this around for a good 10-15 minutes, maybe close to half hour the other night. And the only way I managed to flip it was finding ramps and getting it up on them. Everything works as it should, you know, the lights. Ooh, hang on. They do kind of illuminate themselves at certain angles, which is a bit odd. All the lights work as you'd expect. All in all, I think it's really good. There are obviously improvements that could be made to the interior, to the strange issue with turning when you've got the weight block on the front. And maybe the sounds could be tweaked a small bit downwards, because I only noticed there when I got the volumes up to what I normally use, that it is a small bit loud. Now the sound tweak I can do myself. That's a very easy tweak to do. Just, it's a bit odd. Another issue that really you're gonna have with this tractor, and it's gonna count for all tractors of this kind of power. What are you gonna use it for? There's not a whole lot in game that you can use a very small tractor like the 6810 for. You could definitely use it as a yard tractor. You could use it for kind of shuttling stuff around, but in terms of field work, there's not a whole lot you can do. So bear that in mind. If you do download this, you're not going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot. Same goes for and pretty much anything that's under 100 or so horsepower. You're going to be very limited on what jobs you can do. But that's really all I can say about this. I'm not going to go into the hyper detail, like does it have the exact correct horsepower? Are there any indications that there's something not quite right? Unless something like blatantly to me appears as if it's got the wrong horsepower, I won't be using the various dev tools to diagnose tiny technical issues with mods. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not going to use any equipment with this stuff this small because it just... I'll probably not use any equipment with the tractors themselves. I want the tractors to work as themselves. Yeah, it works. It's a tractor. It's got custom sounds, which is a bonus. So, I mean, if I give the fee at 3.5, I'll give this, 3.7. Oh, I want to get... Yeah, I'll give this 3.7, 3.8 out of 5. It's a good mod, but there's nothing really that elevates it above Giant's standards all that much. The custom sounds are nice. And just for reference, 3 is just... It's Giant standard, so when I say a mod is, a 3, it's as good as what Giants do. This is my grading system. It's like 1 is non-functional, 2 is not as good as Giants, but it works. 3 is every bit as good as Giants. 4 is as good as Giants, but doesn't really bring anything new. And 5 is... Sorry, 4 is better than Giants, but doesn't bring anything new. And 5 is better than Giants, brings something new, works perfectly. So if ever you hear me, like, but throughout all these, when you hear me saying, oh, it's a 3, that's not me saying it's average, it's as good as Giants. I know that I actually said erroneously that the fee was average. It's as good as Giants. This is as good as Giants, a small bit better, but not quite a 4. The custom sounds kind of elevated above the fee in my eyes. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.